Okay, y'all. We're back in my kitchen. For yet another installment of uh what's what's Kendall eating? What am I gonna eat? Since it's the holiday season, uh the same people that gave me the holiday meal, the Ezells, have offered me uh a dish that uh maybe deserves a little introduction, a personal introduction as far as what it means to me, this particular dish. So put this down here. Y'all please go sit down. I'm talking to my dogs. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, so Louisiana, right? So I've lived in Mississippi, and including Memphis, parts of Mississippi, for basically all my life. And to where I live now, I've lived since 1983. Called home since 1983. So we moved here when I was in the ninth grade. And that is extreme southwest Mississippi, Lincoln County, Brookhaven area. So because of the 32nd parallel, the 33rd parallel, which makes the little flat line on the top of Louisiana, the boot part of Louisiana that Mississippi is on to the north of, we get a lot of bleed over from Louisiana cuisine here. But the thing is, in my experience, I've noticed that the people who cook here always, you can taste that it's not straight like Louisiana cuisine. They always add like a little bit of a Southwest Mississippi slant on it, like flavor to it. Please go in there and sit down, Jet. Leave me alone. I have to drill sergeant my dogs. They won't listen to me the other way. Sorry about that. So, anytime sometimes I feel like I have French in my blood, because anytime I'm ever in Louisiana, like recently I went and got this motorcycle a couple of weeks ago, in New Orleans, Metairie area, and like the guy wanted me to meet him at a supermarket. I went in the supermarket to get like a snack, and the whole supermarket, like normally when you go to the supermarket smells like old milk that's spilled in the back, combined with fresh produce. That's normally what supermarket, grocery store smells like. This grocery store smelled like part of my brain wanted to get ready to wash up and go sit down and eat, because the grocery store smells so good. Then he had me come to his house to pick up the motorcycle, and just the neighborhood, just the people cooking in the neighborhood, because I got there around supper time. Just the fragrance of the neighborhood just smell good, and like the dirt that you kick on your feet doesn't even seem dirt. It seemed like I got French in my blood. So that's why I set all this up, to say the dish that the Ezells have gifted me with this time is a Louisiana favorite, which combines a southern favorite of breakfast grits with shrimp, known by the nomiker shrimp and grits, right? So we're going to try these shrimp and grits. Now, my guess is that it's going to taste obviously like shrimp and grits, but I'm going to be able to taste that Southwest Mississippi slant that I've grown to love, because that's where I live, Southwest Mississippi. Okay, let's switch cameras. Okay, so the presentation, shrimp and grits has this particular color. It has the little flakes of little green, little chives or something in it, that's normally part of it, So let's dive right in and check it out. Hold on, let me switch. Okay, you ready? First bite. Here it go, down the hatch. I'm okay. Salty, like you want breakfast grits to be. I taste the whatever cream element is in it. The grits are not. You can overcook grits. Grits can be overcooked where they're just mush. These are not. They're crisp, just perfectly cooked grits. Okay, let's try another bite. Time warp. Whew. So good. I'm gonna get a bite without the shrimp in it, if that's possible. There's so many shrimp. I love that part. Okay. Oh, we got 2 shrimp on this one. Oh. So good. Okay, I have a new name for these. Tracy's Time Warp Shrimp and Grits. Because that's what they make it feel like. You're going in a time warp. Like a Millennium Falcon when all the stars come at you. I'm seeing stars. They're so good. If I'm realized, I had never eaten. The first time I ever ate shrimp and grits was less than 10 years ago. Well, I've always loved shrimp in anything. I love shrimp like Bubba Blue from Forrest Gump loves shrimp. They shrimp scampi, boiled shrimp, peel them and eat them shrimp stew. Like I like any. Matter of fact, in that movie, every one of those he named off I like. I never met a shrimp I didn't like. And to burn a shrimp or throw a shrimp away, that's blasphemy. And it's so good. It's so good that the part of my brain that processes taste buds takes over and has a hard time running the body. And it makes me hard to stand up. It makes me feel dizzy because it's so good. Okay, another thing is, I always loved shrimp as a breakfast dish. My mama always had us eat some kind of grain, because she read on heard on Good Morning America years and years and years and years ago back in the 1970s that you always want your child to have grains or carbohydrate in their stomach when they're at school because it's brain food, right? So some mornings, that's all I would have. My mom would get the instant grits in the little package, and she would make just a bowl of instant instant grits with one little pat of butter or margarine on top of it. I would go to school with grits, and then I got older. I required 2 packages. I gotta be like, Mama, can I have 2 packages this morning? Yes, honey, sit down. I'll make it. So I always was a fan of grits by themselves, just with butter. Then, when I was in camp in 2005, and I was running the kitchen for 2 weeks, every morning the guys would come in and see how I was doing on the grits, and they would pick them up and see if they fell just right off the spoon, and here you need to add another thing of butter and all this. And so I know how to make not only instant grits, I know how to cook grits, actually, in the correct way. These are cooked grits. These are not no instant grits. These are some cooked grits. And they're delicious. And just so much shrimp. Like, you must have picked out all the shrimp and gave to me. Just an abnormally gorgeous amount of shrimp. I'll take a picture of me and my shrimp and grits. I'm going to give it a kiss. Make me hard to stand up. Down the hatch. So, and plus both of my grandmothers made me breakfast grits, you know. But the first time I ever had them together in the dish was in less than 10 years ago. Since I've been living here, it's the first time I ever had shrimp and grits. First time I ever heard of it. Somebody said, "You want some shrimp and grits?" I didn't even know it was a thing. I was like, "Yes, please." And so a star was born. A shrimp and grit loving star. Okay. My content on this channel is all over the place, y'all. So if you like this video, maybe look through the channel, see if you see something else you like or don't like. Like and subscribe, like or dislike. I'm going to say like it or dislike it, because it gets the same amount of attention from the Google algorithm rhythm for me if you like or dislike it. So either like it or dislike it. Subscribe to the channel to see what's going to happen next. And hold on a second. Put that down a second. I can find somewhere to put my phone. I got to scrape the bowl. Man. This is the way I always scrape the bowl. Something I really like. But don't tell nobody. So anyway, like, subscribe, watch another video. And thanks for your interest in the channel. Going into 2024, who knows what we'll do next, right? Okay. So this has been Shrimp and Grits. Thanks again to the Ezell family. Tracy, who I'm assuming cooked it. And there you have it. There's the verdict. The verdict is so good. See y'all next time. Thanks again, Tracy, for the Shrimp and Grits.